Question number 3 of the PhilNITS FE morning portion of the exam. In this question, the description says that the expression below is represented in postfix reverse Polish notation. What is the resulting value of this expression? Here, the numbers are in decimal and the symbols plus, minus, multiplication, division represent addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division operators respectively. I was able to arrive with the correct answer, which is letter D, but only after trying out so many of the other possibilities. And I thought that it was really also because when I was first attempting to figure out what the correct answer would be, turned out I made a mistake with the way I did the operations. For example, in this case, if we look at how I thought about solving this, if you get the numbers in this way, and then an operator plus comes in, then that's when we will do a plus on the two preceding numbers, which is what I did here. And then, because we found a multiplication, another operator, we'll need to multiply the sum of this with the preceding number, which is 5. That's how I got 40. The problem is when I then added the other remaining elements in the expression, 12 and then 4, and then we find a division operator. What I did instead was to do a division to the product 40 here with 4 and disregarded the 12 and put it for later. That's why I have this part here, because if we look at the correct answer, 40 is here as well, but I did the division with 12 and 4, not 40 and 4. Okay, and because of that, I ended up getting the other ones wrong, which in this case, because I thought, okay, seems like I'm doing something wrong here, I tried out another path, which gradually, if we look at how it progressed, I was going for something that was farther from what we need in this case. So, for example, I thought that, let's see, if that technique is not the right one, then look like it should be if our numbers are here at the end or were added at the start, then I need to do a plus to them instead of 6 and 2, right? So that's how I got this one. And then if I got an operator like multiplication, I'll need to multiply the sum of this to the next number. That's how I got this one. And then I thought that, okay, so if we are doing it that way, are we gonna follow PEMDAS? Remember, there is a sequence of priority by which we need to do operations, and I thought that it would apply here as well. So P stands for parentheses. We don't have any parentheses at all. Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So in this case, if we have the plus here and multiply and division here, then we gotta do a multiplication first before we do a division, right? And then that's how we'll get 30 divided by 2 is 15, added to 100, 115. Then the rest goes here. That's how we get 63. Sounds like an answer, but if we look at the choices, there's no 63 at all. It seems like it's too large for what we're going for. Then I thought, okay, so maybe it's a matter of sequences. How do we know which one to add and which one to multiply? So I tried out several possible combinations of those, and as we can see here, it goes in a way that seems, for example, it's too large. If you have 630 here, how do you make it smaller? Because the choices are saying that should be only this large. So I was thinking about, there's got to be a way to get a smaller output. And then sometimes we get a negative, because if you continue to, for example, do it in a way that is incorrect, you'll get something like this, where if you continue to do the computations, you'll get a negative number, and we don't have a negative number in the choices. So turned out I was doing something really wrong, but I need to know how to fix it. And eventually I tried out, okay, so what are the inputs again? Put them in this way, and then, so what are we doing again? If we have a multiplication, or first addition here, we add these two. Okay, so once we added those, we remove plus, and this one becomes this already. Okay, and then we write it out in this way. Now we get another operator, so we got multiplication here. So what are we multiplying? We multiply 5 and 8. That's why we get 40 here. Now, because we're writing them in this way, we can clearly see which ones exactly are we doing the operation with. So once we reach division, another operator, then we can see that what we need would be 12 and 4, not 40 and 4. Okay, which is what I did the first time I tried it out, which led me to all these other wrong answers. So after doing 12 divided by 4, which is 3, we remove these and make it like this. So slowly we are making the list smaller. As you can see here, the number of elements are getting reduced, and now we get a minus here. So what are we subtracting? 40 and 3. That's why we get 37 here, and then we put them in this way. Now once we reach another minus, that's how we would get 100 minus 37. And in this case, I did the subtraction without using any calculators. Remember, no calculators, no websites, online checking on and stuff like that. So 100 minus 37, we do it in this way. We see a 0 here. It's too small for 7. We need to get a 1, and 0 is the next number beside it, the next digit. We need to get something from the other number beside it, which is 1. That's why from here we can see that we can get a 10 here, because the third digit is 1. It's greater than 0, and so 10 minus 7 gives us 3. Now the 0 here is not going to be 10 but 9, because we are getting the 1 from this guy, and this one got its 10 from this. Okay, so because of that, 9 minus 3 gives us 6, and this one, because we got the 1 already, it's 0. Okay, so that's how we get 63. Now if we do put them again in this way, 63 and 36, and then minus, then it seems like that's the last operation that we need to do, which is 63 minus 36. So we got 63 here minus 36, and how do you do that? 3 is too small for 6. We need to get a 1. We get it from the number beside it. That's why this is 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. Okay, and this one, because we got the 1, would be 5. So 5 minus 3 is 2, and that's how we get 27, which is the correct answer for this number.